Well, look what we got. Just what we said we were going to get. You can order these from your cart at the Medalist. They'll bring it to you.
Yeah, no
matter where you are.
We like to say we're freakishly faster than Jimmy John.
So that would be, what is that, extra freaky fast? I don't know. Anyway, so here they are, yeah. And after 10 and 11, which are some of the toughest holes in Michigan or maybe anywhere, we have this stretch on number 12, which is about 180 yards from, according to the GPS in the cart. Not the longest hole, but there's some challenges out there.
There's some challenges. You have out of bounds right, and you got a really large bunker to the left that really isn't. It shouldn't be in play unless you hit it left, obviously. And you got a bunker in front of the green, so you can hit it short of the green to the left side with no problem. On the right side, that bunker will stop you. But you know, as opposed to the last few holes we've played, there's not as much trouble on this hole. So.
Right. Whew. Okay, we'll give it a shot right now.
Yeah, this one here is, like I said, it's pretty flat. So whatever club you hit from this distance, you can hit it. Shouldn't have to worry too much about you know, laying it up or anything else. Just trying to hit it on the green.
All right, number 12. Here we come. Well, I think that was the closest I've come to a bunker without going in it.
Yeah, you're a little mountain goat there for a minute, weren't you?
That's right. That's really tricky being on a slant like that.
It's a tough shot.
Well, I got out of it, so that was okay. And like usual, you were right on.
Yeah, well, I was just off the green, but close enough to where I could still use the flat stick. So got away with another par again. And you say you had a little unlucky break because your tee shot, if it would have been 2 feet taller or higher, would have been right up here next to the green. It just caught the edge of that bunker and just stopped it.
Stopped it, yeah, immediately. That just absorbed all that energy, and that's where it stayed. Yeah. But not all bad here, and I think we needed a little of this after 10 and 11, which challenged us. This
nice
one
little break.
Gave us a little bit of a confidence booster. We're on our private tour at the Medalist on WBCKFM.com. We're on our private tour at the Medalist Golf Club in Marshall. Richard Pyatt here with Lowell Weaver, who's been showing us how he'd play these holes with a vast amount of success, actually. This one here, more than 500 yards. This is a good long one.
This is a tough hole. You know, we had 10, 11. Actually 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Anyway, right. But yeah, it's another tough par 5. You know, the par 5s out here aren't very easy. It's a dogleg right. You got some trees up here. You got out of bounds right. You got a big cluster of trees on the left. There's a couple different ways of playing this, and that's one of the things we're doing on this tour. Is that from the blue tees, it's a long hole. It's 520 yards. If you're not somebody that thinks you can get home in 2, there's zero reason to use a driver on this hole because you've got trouble on both sides. Up by the green, there's a little pond to the left, short of the green too. So you know, if you can't get home in 2, why take the chance? Just play it as a 3-shot par 5 and go from there. If you're somebody that thinks you can get home in 2, then it's a little risk and reward. You can try and risk it, and if you get a good drive, you got a good shot at a birdie. But if you don't, you're looking at big numbers. So just play smart, like we talked about. Just keep the ball in play. You know, for instance, from the whites, you don't hit it a long way. You're better off just to keep it in play and hit whatever club you think you can keep it in play and go from there. So,
interestingly, you know, I choose the driver because I tend not to hit as far as most people, even with the driver, so I chose it anyway. But I see your point, is that it's an opportunity to be smarter as opposed to walloping it.
If you're a guy that hits the ball, let's say 250 off the tee, you're not going to get home in 2 anyway. And so why hit a driver that's going to get, you're going to go driver, 3-wood. If you hit them both perfect, you still got a wedge into the green. Why not go 3-wood, 5-iron, 9-iron? And you don't have to worry about losing a ball.
Okay. All right, so off we go, 500 yards right now at the Medalist. All right, here we are mid-fairway. You get a sense of the balance of the hole here. And I went ahead with the driver just because I felt like it would, for me, it would be okay. A little bit slicey, which I don't usually do, but there it was.
I got away with it and hit a nice second shot up here.
So here we are fairly centered now. What are we looking at here?
Yeah, see, I was lucky enough to hit the fairway with my drive. The 250 marker is right in front of us, so I'm about 260 to the center of the green. So we talked about the risk and reward a little bit. So if you're somebody that can't get there, there's a pond on the left. You can kind of see a little bit of the weedy areas over here. that's a pine over there. That's a penalty. You get out of bounds right. So you say to yourself, okay, if you think you can get home and it's worth the risk, you can give it a try. But if you're somebody that can only hit it, let's say 230, 240 from the fairway, why? There's no, you're getting nothing by doing it. So, you know, you lay up to 100 yards out and hit a wedge in. Now I'm long and wrong, so I think I can get home from here. So I'm going to try the 3-wood, and there again, we'll see if we can find it when it gets done rolling.
All right, let's do it. All in all, for me, that wasn't so bad. I did something I don't do as much as I used to, and that's overshoot the green, but I did it this time, but seemed to come back okay.
Yeah.
And for 500 yards, that was pretty good for me.
Yeah, you hit some good shots there. You know, you just kept it in play and kept going down the road, and did well. I had the, I hit a nice drive, so I decided to go for it in 2, hit it in the bunker, which isn't really, you know, made it an easy par for me.
Right.
You know, it's like I said, it's a risk and reward. Once I hit the 2 good shots, it was either going to be a birdie or a par. And I got the par, which I'm happy with on this hole. Yeah.
Well, and what happens to me is if I end up in a bunker, and I think people can relate to this, you know, you start to stress about how you're going to get out of there. But you went in there, you did what you're supposed to do, and it came right out and right in the right spot.
It wasn't the best bunker shot, but it was good enough, and I had a birdie putt, so yeah.
All right, our private tour at the Medalist goes on. We're off to number 14.